really heavily since that fated match at lock-in. And even then, it was a major upset where we saw Fnatic taking Ascent away. To start the series off, it was the first map. They won 13-8 there. Fnatic have never been the best team in the world on this map. Loud certainly have for a period of time, but it's all about the here and now. You can't be living in the past.
Boaster close to the corner here, but he's got a crossfire setup. Him and Leo. Leo backing away. Spotted out and heard, but there we go. Back to the rest of the team here.
No swing.
Tucked to the corner. There was no swing, no attempt at a trade. Dashing forwards into the smoke. Boaster's just ignoring him. Doesn't want to try and take a piece out of Aspas, but Aspas certainly does. Straight into mid. Carved open. An area of the map now, but the anchoring positions of the Fnatic players is going to be really quite difficult to chew through. Do they really want to attempt this? Looks likely, yeah. Chronicle's positioning, immaculate almost. The positioning of the smoke just playing inside of this one, and L.O.U.D are really slowing this down now.
You can tell that they are aware Fnatic are going to have responses to everything they do, so they've always got to pump the brakes a little and wait for that to happen.
Shots going wide. Still got a dash though. Durka wants another go at things. Can't quite land them though. What is 2 years up to?
Less in the meantime.
60s in the spawn.
Less in the meantime found a kill on Chronicle. It's all just down to Alpha, and they're waiting for him.
Yeah,
I mean, they just sent the spike to A and trapping Alpha in his box. That is a gorgeous pistol round from L.O.U.D. I was a little concerned when the first player falls to Boaster hiding in market and Aspas wasn't ready to capitalize, but I think that just shows you the respect that they have for Fnatic. Aspas is thinking, well, if I swing here, you know, Leo, I'm going to be opening my back to Leo. There might be Chronicle facing from market. So he really takes his time, slows it down, and makes sure that the dash into the smoke puts Boaster in a horrible spot. If this is the level of patience and diligence that L.O.U.D are going to bring to the game, we might genuinely have a revenge game on our hands.
There was definitely some questions about, you know, the map pool and the direction it went in, at least in my mind when I saw it, because I thought, you know, L.O.U.D a chance to go onto Haven. Durka.
Certainly. I mean,
cheeky.
That's what Barla was saying as well on the desk, and
yeah.
I agree. They've just looked phenomenal on Haven, but this is a map that historically Fnatic have had at the bottom of their pool. Not the very lowest, but towards the bottom. Does that mean anything?
Oh, for Fnatic, that's still a very good map.
I mean, exactly. That's the problem. It was towards the bottom of their pool when they played at lock-in, and like I said, take flight. Fnatic were able to find the win there, but it wasn't this mirror matchup. At that point, you had Sadek playing the Viper. They were playing Viper Omen.
Yeah, it changes.
Yeah, very different. Having Cowanzine back at the Sova and playing this standard composition, L.O.U.D have got great ideas.
Real taste as well of the caution that's being delivered into these with the eco around. Oh, up against it, L.O.U.D don't want to misstep. They don't want to give away any of these advantages. Plan starting to go down here, but Fnatic set themselves up.
Worrying for
Aspas has full utility and a paranoia for Boaster. They might want to make something of this.
This is so dangerous.
Very dangerous. Close to the corner. When is that smoke going to be fading? Well, kills still flying through. Alfie on the flank. Ooh, just spotted. Fortunate for Cowanzine with the timing.
You don't want to be taking dry fights against Alpha yet. He's just been unbelievable in this tournament and at Tokyo. But Les is currently wrapping people up on the other side of things. And what a matchup that is too, Brian.
Yeah, Alpha needs to go down here in some way or form, but certainly a matchup to be waiting for. The desk was also highlighting that, you know, the Les versus Alpha argument. Alpha making, getting the better of it right there, but also Alpha throughout the group stage. I mean, making me eat my words in terms of, you know, the top 20 lists.
I mean, he's tied #1 in first kill per round, playing Sentinel.
He's popping off.
That's unbelievable. And most of the time, he's allowing it to come to him. He's not going around hunting stuff as much as somebody like Les even is, I think, currently. I think he has played against Zeta and Billy, you know, who deserve their spots in the positions of the bracket that they were in, for sure. But it's not like Fnatic have faced any tests yet.
Exactly, and that's what really we've been waiting for. It's a bit of a test now for Fnatic. Here we go. Buy round online. Finally the rifles, Nate being held for the first signs of life with just damage. Definitely being done. Durka's got to respect that one.
Interesting play from Boaster and Chronicle over towards A main, but the fight's happening in market again. Durka tries to take an opening fight. Gets destroyed by Aspas, and Leo,
he doesn't know which way to look.
So distracted potentially by Les, who's been brought down to half, trying to take fights against Alpha.
This is L.O.U.D feeling fired up. This is their bonus round, excelling at it. It's a healthy one at that. Flash through. Alpha trying to take a peek of it again, but he's only got the L.O.U.D in. It's a difficult weapon to make work in this scenario. He's lit up. Has to hug the boxes so he doesn't get spammed out, but just every angle being watched for. And this cautious approach to L.O.U.D are taking to the game. Hello, Alpha. Here to play, but eventually shut down towards the back of the site. And yeah, just to touch on it, I mean, L.O.U.D, they're taking the times and the moments. They're finding real awkward positions to punish the Fnatic players.
And on the pistol and the bonus, that's both come in market. That's been the area where they're putting the squeeze on Fnatic. They chose to try and take a bit of a trap between Boaster and Leo on the pistol, and here you see just the isolation. They know that Leo's around, Aspas gets pinged up, and it doesn't matter, they just force the fight anyway and win it. I don't think Durka's expecting that duel to come to him as quickly, to be honest. I think he's expecting Aspas to be put off by this over-utility. What a great start for L.O.U.D on their attack side.
Run away from the no command for L.O.U.D, he can start farming up some of these orbs. Might not be the goal in mind though. Spikes on Sadak, so hoping to try and get through this one without using too many ults. Earn it through this one. Flood attempt, running right around the corner here. Guardian in the hands of Boaster. He's lit up though.
Not the greatest fight to go for there.
He was hoping for a freebie, and wow, on either side here, Fnatic getting picked apart. Ooh, that's a bit awkward, yet still lands it.
It's still very, very diligent from L.O.U.D though. It looks like a bit of a misstep there, but the Nanoswarm going towards Heaven and the Molly's pushing away anybody that might be playing inside the smoke. Besides Alpha hitting something ridiculous with the Guardian like he did on Haven earlier in this tournament, this one should be sealed up.
He's going to go for this. They do have money. The loser's bonus kicking in potentially. Here we go. Spotted though. They're low. Dart to the side, maybe to set something up on top. Just missing that angle. Lovely shot again.
He's still popping.
Time is really running short. Yeah, you're seeing the form. It's there, flexing a little bit. But L.O.U.D winning another one. That's 4 in a row. Fantastic beginning.
Aspas is not... Oh, he just managed to survive, actually, so he's kept his gun into it. The bank is just unbelievable for L.O.U.D here. And not just that, the game simplifies when you win the opening rounds as heavily as this. They have a no command online now, and they know that Alpha, with his lockdown, is more likely to be playing retake on these sites. I wouldn't be surprised at all for Sadak to just read into this situation and have a very simple flowchart-esque idea of how he wants to approach this round. Now, as it happens, Alpha is not playing fully off-site. He does still have a Nanoswarm there, but he's playing outside of the 0-point range. The mind games are going to happen with both of these squads, though, because if Sadak expects them to be playing off-site, maybe he doesn't pop the null command, but it still comes through, and it is going to tag Alpha.
Here it is, though. Operator purchase for Durka. Tagged. He's got to respect it.
Here.
Before opening pickoff, it's going to be the res though potentially online. Sadak, no command, no punish inside again. The tap of the plan to try and again open up these sight lines. Boaster, it's gone down in mid. So let's just watch in that avenue.
Les is almost always going to be lurking on these kind of hits. L.O.U.D love to do 4-1 kind of setups, and this also allows them to pinch into tree if Les is allowed to survive, which is why they're clearing him out.
Away! He's just missed the timing. Chronicle. He's gifted with it. Lockdown is pushing him wide and out into the open. L.O.U.D corralled into the corner now. It's a 3v4, but they don't have any positioning onto the side, and it's fully being grouped up now. Bit of a tag onto it. Paranoia going all the way through. Alfie has so much trust in his teammates. He's sticking it all the way through. Needs to be some damage done, and it's just not there.
Instant response from Fnatic. Alpha getting it done with his lockdown. I think the awareness to be able to clear out Les is also absolutely crucial in that scenario. If you allow Les to hover around in this area and he feels safe, they could try and make a fight for the lockdown in tree, or he's just going to survive as a backstab element and make it so much more difficult for you to be able to stick the defuse. Fnatic need to get rounds on the board here. 4 is already good for L.O.U.D on the attack side, and they have so many more opportunities.
Bank that was built up that you were talking about prior. Plenty more money invested in these rounds here. Typical exchange over towards A. Meanwhile, Durka is praying for that late lurk from Les. Just a little bit of a peek through tiles. Might get gifted it. There's the jump spot.
What a reaction.
And that is insane consistency.
Here comes a trap.
Tucked into wine. Flash, Paranoia, it all combines together for the absolute spray down.
Amazing setup there from Fnatic. One of the things that they do so well on Ascent is just the basics played to perfection. Their players are always going to be in the right position to get value out of utility like that. They've left 2Es in an impossible spot. he plays this slowly, maybe L.O.U.D can just have a discussion about what went wrong. But they already know his positioning, Fnatic. L.O.U.D had some players very close to ultimates in that round. Had they been able to take A main control, suddenly Kawanzin would be able to access the Hunter's Fury. Or if Les was playing in that direction, they would have the lockdown. So Fnatic are choosing their spots to fight over these ult orbs really smartly.
30 seconds left.
And as you can see, the setup is very difficult to deal with. You've got the flash and the paranoia coming through at the same time. Potential for Chronicle to, use his fragment grenade to clear out the cubby, which he would try and hide in. It's just excellently done from Fnatic there. The timing picked was immaculate.
Yeah, really good game plan. Just weaving in the utility in that moment. He is going to be trying to keep onto this rival. No one's hunting him. There's plenty of chances, though. I mean, Fnatic did have the money for it, but still, it will be another round on the ball for them. So 2 now gained. And more critically as well, you're really stopping that snowball that you were talking about, because you get that early lead of L.O.U.D, you start building up the ultimate. Suddenly, you're looking at an unbelievable attack side. You're able to just really use them one after the other, get a string of rounds going, but it's been shut down at just the right moment here for Fnatic.
L.O.U.D are still going to have these ults available, so they can try and send another big round, but it won't hurt the Fnatic bank in the same way. It won't cause an avalanche.
Yeah.
Fnatic have their own retake ultimate in the null command to try and play around with. Alarm bot goes down mid to start this one off for Fnatic. And a 3-player stack over towards B.
Utility just going to be broken, and it is a stack here. Maybe a bit of a read as well. I mean, L.O.U.D have been setting their sights towards A. Most of the time when they go for these B hits, they send most players through mid.
Les is also quite aggressive. If you give him space in B main, Les is likely to walk through.
Someone needs to break this. But Alpha, did it spot him? I'm not too sure.
I think. Yeah, look at the way that Kawanzin is holding that right corner as Les spams. I think that has been detected. A one-way thrown from Boaster, and Fnatic are really heavily fighting over B main control, as they were over A main in the previous round, but this time it doesn't lead to deaths, and L.O.U.D can pivot through Catwalk if they want, or at least open space here.
Yeah, I mean, L.O.U.D are just trying to fake presence like they're going through here. That is a disgusting angle. Top of the box here, Sadak removed. IGL on IGL violence, but it's going to be explored by L.O.U.D, still the alarm bot.
That pressure has also pulled Alpha yet away from B main, so they can try this split a little more effectively.
Here we go. Here's the time that gets to be taken here. Lockdown has to be used to try and clear the way through. Dart is good as well. Hunter's Fury. Kawanzin with the tag. Chronicle. He's dropped to his knees. To get the ult off on time. Updraft to dodge it. Durka avoiding it. That'll be the res inside. Still, the coverage is there, and time is really running short. There's only 20 seconds left into this one. Full containment. It's the name of the game here for Fnatic. Players are still alive, making sure that they don't leave any pieces
10 seconds.
Out wide. Here's the ult, but they don't have the spike just yet. Need to get themselves into the site. Kawanzin just breaking it. Still needs to be covered. 2 years covering the cross still. It's up to just Kawanzin. Gets a player down. Does not win that fight. So, good stuff from Fnatic. Felt a bit shaky at times, but I thought they slow it down at the right moments.
And the player that ends up having the play to win the round there with the weirdest KO ult I've seen in a while is Chronicle. He popped his KO ult as he's getting a Hunter's Fury, and it's not necessarily to try and cancel the Sova ultimate, though you will see that play occasionally. It's just to keep himself alive, and he's giving info and comms throughout the whole round about where these players are positioned and where they're shooting him from. L.O.U.D can't start walking into sight because Chronicle's just going to spot them and they're going to get spammed through smokes.
Yeah, I'd love to see the kill that Alpha got in that moment, because I'm pretty sure, I mean, it must have been off the communication of Chronicle, right? When he's dropped to his knees and he's just seeing them all.
Yeah, I mean, you also had a player flanking through Market. Fnatic had got them completely contained. So a timeout here from L.O.U.D because they've lost 3 rounds in a row now. And that bank that they built up really early on, while it's still decent enough to give this another shot with a rifle v rifle, they've used the ultimates that they wanted to get value out of. Yeah. Lockdown, Hunter's Fury, both invested there for no results. And Fnatic is setting up so many threats around the map. We've already seen Fnatic fight very heavy for a re-clear A main, so that makes that a dangerous area. Boaster was on that strange off angle, peeking over the smoke, so that makes Catwalk a dangerous area. And you've also seen Alpha get tucked in on B main. So there are so many threats around the map that you need to be using utility to deal with and see whether or not they're happening. You know, in any given round, any of those could be setups unless you have info to prove otherwise. Those set plays are what makes Fnatic dangerous on this map, and why it's not bad for them, despite it being towards the bottom of their pool.
It's going to be the one-way smoke setup. Be a chance to fight over this one here.
Get out of my way.
Knives exchanged, but broken. So not going to be spotting out. Boaster, who's tucked himself into wine, used the paranoia very early on and repositions back to safety. Mid now, it's going to be the focus here, but Durka is lying in wait. Operator spotting his targets. I don't even know if he intended that one.
That is the tiniest little grab.
It felt like he spotted just the leg of Sadak, actually, and just took the shot anyway, but aspas falls. That was the player with the knives. Flash has set it up as well, the Odin spam. Fnatic, one of the best at really maximizing the usage of that gun. So many layers to their setup. I mean, there's a bit of a breather in this moment here, but it's up to L.O.U.D to explore, take some risks, see if they can take a shot or two. I love the reclearance.
And if L.O.U.D are going to play patiently like this, they are opening themselves up to reclear strategies. That's a nice recon dart that finds value, and a missed shot by Durka.
Hello.
There is still a possibility in this round.
Definite chances, and look at this. Chronicle is just distracting the entire time, more than that. Earned himself the kill, Shorty running him down. It's Leo finishing him off with the shockies, okay.
Durka was set at 1-5 before this round began and hits an astounding operator shot to open things up and make it very difficult for L.O.U.D. Take a look at this one on the replay.
It was the...
He spots, I think, Sadak the first time.
Goes to the re-peek and just shoots immediately, yeah.
And woe betide L.O.U.D if Durka comes online. Because at the moment, he's, working around in mid, not being offered too much. He's gotten one op shot onto less on the jump peak. And one kill there onto aspas.
Smoke in his face. Hard pressed. Doesn't get much done here.
This is a very early drone.
Durka's going to make a go of this. Yep, straight through. It's pinpoint accuracy. Lovely punish of the drone, and he's in the moment plays for the instant reaction from L.O.U.D.
Look at the fight over Heaven here.
Gaining the side as well over towards Heaven. I mean, it's Alpha who really shuts this one down. 2 years, you really want to keep going for this. Spam into the corner, the coverage. Sadak has got his teammates back here. Paranoia now being held, and they are set up for it. 3 versus 3. Lit up though, and here's the Hunter's Fury on Orthodox with the angle. Damage is being done. It's followed them right into them, straight through Tree Leo. It's magnificent. All the placement towards it in 2 years. There's so much more to do here. Left in the clutch, 1v3. No easy fight. Not for him, not in that instance here. That is just beautiful. Leo's utility and ult in that round was massive.
And for Fnatic to recover that situation after L.O.U.D had made a nice reaction, double pushing through Heaven. I don't know if you spotted it, Sadak's wallbang is ridiculous. I don't know if we're going to catch a glimpse of this. The opening fight, though, off the back of this Sova drone, magnificent. They know that L.O.U.D have been going for 4-1 strategies a lot. Here's the ult that you were talking about, Bren, that applied a ton of pressure early on. Sadak's got a wallbang angle that goes through
on Heaven with
so
the coverage,
deep.
yeah.
That's Alpha's reaction to getting wallbanged there. Take a look at that one back in a VOD review or something. Apply it to your rank games. That's nasty.
The money is still flowing, enough for weapons on either side. Same smoke. They're having to back away here. A lot of noise being made by L.O.U.D into mid. But this is a half that is, at this point, really getting away from them.
They're trying these A splits fairly frequently, but usually it's been the majority coming through main.
I think they've changed the setup up once more. Smokes here. Bit of blind fire.
But I love this call from Sadak. He knows that Alpha has the lockdown, so he's going to be wanting to play with it towards tree. So if you do an A split on them, then you control the tree area, at least if you're able to get through to the site.
2 years. I'm towards Heaven, looking for info.
He's looking specifically for Durka. Is the operator on A? Are we going to be able to get in?
Put on mid, not smoked though. Bless!
Bad jump peek again, that's twice.
Yeah, punished for it. Gave Durka the precise timing that he was looking for. Flash. Trying to take this one. Nade at the feet of Alpha though. Got to back away. Quite stand still. Paranoia a bit delayed here. Fnatic are going to be more than ready. Alpha. Well, he's going to fall there. aspas. Plenty more left to do. Durka running him down. He's hunting. Damage definitely done, and there's still the coverage.
Just using Sadak as a piece of bait. Look at him running away all the way back around through to A main to try and connect.
They've got now is going to be quite brutal, but it's just, again, the angle's being spammed here. Leo, intelligence with it. Aspas might just be still taking control of the entirety of this round. 3 so far, and surely enough damage is done. Leo is left to do it. What can he find? Spike ticking away. Not enough chances for it, so Loud. Them in the bleeding. It's 5-5, making it nice and even.
And a fantastically called round there. Love the idea of putting pressure into an A split with many more players towards Catwalk. It's this kill, though, that really matters. That's the lockdown removed. And then this, too, as Durka was so hungry to try and punish Sadak. Yeah, that's the kind of play that's going to make Mini a little bothered. Durka potentially hoping that someone of his team had his back as he was sprinting forwards. Now you still have the lockdown to contend with. Cowanzine has an answer for it this time. What do we see?
Interesting angle here. What is that?
How has that gotten a kill?
Durka just watching down for it, but I mean, Aspas peaks that with the updraft ahead of the round. Not even spotting this one out, still holding it. As there are attempts made as well to try and take, cat control. Ripped away. This is a round that is looking pretty much sealed up. It's desperation on every single corner of the map. Less. It's a cheeky one. One more player to deal with. That's Chronicle. Just hunting for him. Chronicle shuts that one down.
2 players spotted here for Cowanzine. And a third for Durka very quickly coming over. This round has fallen to pieces instantly. It feels like there have been many of these moments where Fnatic's early round ideas just find a pick and suddenly they're in a massively advantageous spot. For Loud, the win condition is being able to survive with a few players, even to make the rounds winnable. Could Cowanzine do anything here?
No way.
Almost.
Almost hitting it, but yeah. Durka knows the angle to fire. Straight through it.
Loud is still going to have a fairly decent economy heading into the final round here of the first half. What is that? I don't understand. It looks like it's hit his toes.
Yeah, I mean, just insane reaction times. And I mean, Durka started this game off with a slow beginning, but now...
Did we miss the fact that Aspas had no armor or something? I just don't get that. It's ridiculous.
Nasty, nasty stuff. Last chance here in the first half.
Look at Loud holding so far back, ready for some kind of fast play. All at tiles, but not wanting to move forwards into mid or B main at all.
Taking a peek of it, Durka! Damage done on top of it to Sadak.
He nearly kebab skewered them all.
Absolutely. Unfortunate not to get away with it here. The Loud want to cancel, they want to go for this. I mean, time still on their side. Ult earned for Sadak, but they don't have the player advantage. Looks like they want to try and send this one. Still, util is there. Hunter's Fury to the back of the side, but what angles are going to be watched for? You've got to try and get themselves into this one. Dodging, juking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Sadak's gone down. A friendly fire. Dropped to his knees. That's a spike out in the open, and there needs to be an attempt to really make this any sort of go of this. 50 seconds here. Positioning gained once more by Chronicle. I mean, he's repositioned towards the back of the side. I don't think Loud are going to be aware of this.
No, I don't think so. Chronicle might have made the play here to win the round.
Bait and switch still. Angel's one out, but yeah, there's Chronicle. Finally, fight back towards the back of the sides.
He gets his
Don't hold rip. 30 seconds remaining. This is Loud just getting bogged down entirely. Spam into the corners.
Great shot.
Good one to win.
Boaster's in, though.
Inside the smoke. Here's the taps. Now going to be committed. Extension towards around here, but still that lockdown is brutal. You can't really break that one easily. Lockdown for a lockdown. But every player here lit up! Like beacons here, points them towards it. Still, the lockdown's going to go off. There's no chance to break it! Alpha gets his down. Loud just corralling him and pushing him. And that's it, 6-6.
What an incredible recovery from Loud. Less making the play towards Market, but it's the recon from Cowanzine that collects 2. And this is a 6-6 half already. Loud looking better than the time that they played Ascent at lock-in finals. This is deliberate so that Sadak can get revived to full health.
That is insane.
That's unbelievable.
That is actually insane.
I've never seen that before. I mean, at least I assume it was.
Yeah, I mean, I was assuming it was deliberate, but yeah, maybe not. I don't know. But cheeky. Anyway,
200 IQ.
that is it for the first half, of course. Let's send it down. We heard from Alfie a little bit earlier.
I'm happy because we stand up to playoffs, and I mean we played like really good on also group stage, but it is like 60% from us on the group stage, and they will see 100% in playoffs. When I saw Boston like this, I'm getting hyped because I didn't see before. Like it was really good match, and he take like 5 or maybe 4 clutch. It was good, and the performance was really good today from Boston. And yeah, that's what you expect from IGL.
2v2, Bianca and Yosemite still standing. Bianca to be cut off from this though, he can't quite get involved here. The spray not connecting, and Alpha staying on the defuse. You gotta put your life on the line for this. No one stopped him. They still can't stop him.
I will be happy if I take third trophy because I'm the 18 years old, and I will be extra happy because I am taking this trophy with this team. They are really good friends and they are really good person.
I love most about that as well as, you know, Alpha saying they're playing at 60% in the group stage, but playoffs you're going to see 100. That is just, I mean, that's threatening. If you're hearing this as well, heading forwards, I mean, Fnatic already look like they are just on a warpath to get to that grand final.
Absolutely.
To try and, you know, a chance to make history for themselves. And yeah, I mean, if they haven't been playing up to top potential, what more are we going to see unleashed? Still, it's even for now.
It is, and I think Fnatic made a great job of being able to recover after that 0-4 start that they had, and yet L.O.U.D still scraped some rounds together towards the end to make this a fantastic attacking half. When L.O.U.D were at their best playing this composition, their attack sides were always good, but their defense could not be cracked. Fnatic are going to have to come out with some masterclass rounds from Bosa and some huge plays from the players to be able to win this one. It does look like L.O.U.D are set up potentially to take the first map.
Actually, that's a hard ask against a team like Fnatic. Dodging initial waves of utility. Here's the turret. Just trying to slowly lay claim to B main, but shock dart actually. Bit of damage done. It's chunked him, hasn't it?
Durka is very weak. The recon as well. Nobody broke it.
They still want to commit to this. Yeah, it's disjointed, still recognized. Nade towards their feet. Durka separated from the rest of his team, but luckily enough time board, they can get themselves into the side. Very low though, and yeah, with all that damage being done, it's easy pickings, isn't it? L.O.U.D now earning their spot. There's a flank attempt at the same time, straight through B main. And this is Fnatic, surrounded all avenues, all fronts. One section of the side don't need to force some of these fights out. With Sadak falling, it has cracked open a potential chance. Aspas grasps it. A flank from Pryor, really paying off.
Both pistol rounds go the way of L.O.U.D, and both looking quite simple for Fnatic. That one just designed to be a bit of a B hit, with Chronicle using his KO utility to fake like there could be presence on A. But frankly, the recon dart just broke the entire thing. Big mistake from Fnatic there. Cowan Zine had almost won the round before we even saw a gunfight. All of the chip damage, the recon giving away what the plan was, and L.O.U.D completely collapse. Onto Fnatic, taking away the second pistol.
Cowan Zine is in very good form currently. Needs to be the case if you're going to be trying to hold a candle to some of these Fnatic players. We know that they're capable of it. It's been that minor, you know, fall from grace ever so slightly for L.O.U.D. They've regained their footing ever so slightly at this event. But they'd love to keep it going.
And remember, this Fnatic team can be beat. We saw it before when they were having a rough day in the EMEA finals.
It feels like teams are almost forgetting that as well. Fnatic are reaching the level of, you know, reverence where you're showing so much respect. Yeah, to a certain degree. Tucked into mid here. Aspas, lots of chances to farm up some of these kills. And they're going to be finding them. Hook, line, sinker. Brought it down.
Very clean. Do L.O.U.D have some kind of strategy here to put... Oh my goodness, immediately we're seeing Aspas on the operator.
Okay.
I was looking, okay, maybe, you know, there's some kind of set play, maybe a flash and dash play, or some kind of spam from Cowan Zine. It looks like the op is going to be the win condition. Oh no, they've actually swapped it up.
Yeah.
They've sold it, gone for a Marshall, and instead have less by a rifle. So not wanting to put all of their eggs in this round, not wanting to do economical damage to themselves if they're not able to convert the bonus.
Just making it a true bonus.
Fnatic on this map, usually extremely diligent. Going to be using Chronicle's utility, like this 0 point he's just thrown, to make sure every piece of the map is methodically taken away, squeezing the defenders further and further backwards until they can hit a side exec. What an interesting bounce start this is going to be for A-side.
I think that lands at the back of Jenny, but no, thinking against it.
Take flight.
Drone. Now a chance to get into the side as well for Fnatic. Clear in the corner there with the drone itself. Sadic's able to just stand his ground and spam through that angle, but eventually they hit a reload and finally cross into the side. Plan starting to go down here for Chronicle. Shark Dart's ever so slightly off the mark. Paranoia, does that cause any sort of attempt to try and get into this one? Oh my god. Just raining bullets back and forth, hoping for a chance. Smoke still in their face though. Until that dissipates, they're going to be hard-pressed to really find anything. Traded out. Fight being taken still, though. It's that main control. Beautiful smoke to try and cross into this one for L.O.U.D here. 2 years. He's cut this one entirely. Oh, Leo brought down and out. Still tucked close to the corner. Boaster alive and kicking with the rest of his team to help him out and bail him out. There's not too much else he can do.
Oh, Tucker! Backpedaling, 90-degree flick. Takes out less to finish the round. I do really like that smoke from 2E's to get back in through door. That's actually a smoke that I first saw Boaster using. I believe he was the person to innovate that kind of way of getting back in on retakes. So using it against him, very cute idea. But L.O.U.D not quite being able to pull off the retake there. Fnatic held strong, got themselves in a nice spot. And did a small amount of damage on the bonus round, but not too much. L.O.U.D are going to be coming into this one though with Aspas set up in B main, op in hand. And a very similar approach from Fnatic. Get Durka fairly deep and then rely on the KO utility. Here comes that 0 point to take A main control.
Meanwhile, though, there was a drone out towards B main, and it's gained that line-of-sight angle here for Aspas. All the information does not hit the jump spot, though. Good info gathered. At least for it. Still, that attempt of a fight here. Sadek falling.
What a cool dart. That dart is only useful if L.O.U.D were fighting back over A main.
Watching for it, though. As soon as Boaster goes down, you know there's some safety towards it. Dart, just lay it on top of this utility. A chance to fight over this one.
How'd he get one?
All the way. It's unheard of.
Cowan's needs to hold until Aspas gets it.
Gets cleared. I mean, Leo, this brain's too big for me. He's left it down to Aspas. It's a 1v2 with the door closing. Still got a dash here.
The spike has not got into sight.
Hasn't crossed into main.
Alpha has turret to be able to peek.
Played this one well. Dash now fading on top of that one. Dart has to respect it and back around the corner in case the spam is there. Lovely util. Just to cover it so Alpha can cross. Rifle picked up. Not supposed to make anything of this one. How did Fnatic play this? Feels like a crossfire setup. Too much to clear for Aspas. Holding towards Jenny. Looking for the first opening. It's a shot in the dark though, with Leo's repositioned down into hell. Has to be excellent! Aspas isolated it, 5 HP though. Tap, and a swing from Leo. Any semblance of danger, get it out of your mind.
Definitely thought there was a chance there that Aspas was going to be able to pull a miracle out in the 1v2. Against probably the two safest players that Fnatic have in those kind of spots. It's a great attempt by Les. This one really what broke L.O.U.D's back though. Cowanzine holding towards Switch, and Leo is so good for getting those final 2 kills. The clearance towards Switch is excellent. And this is the round that breaks L.O.U.D's economy. Aspas had invested in an operator. It's not a fast play towards tiles. Instead, Aspas just walks into mid. Fnatic have been putting so many resources into taking A control, they haven't been watching mid.
He's tucked down into this corner as well, crouched down. I don't believe this is ever going to get spotted.
Has Boaster seen anything?
No. Haven't seen a thing. And they're just trying to punish Alpha, I think, in this position.
0 point finds 2.
They hear the drop though. Aspas hears it. Boaster Tuck to the corner, and a shot's landing. Aspas is in danger. More than that!
Oh,
Whips
beats the
dash.
movement. Aspas, normally a movement god on Jet, just got tangled up inside arches there. Trying to escape, you saw what he was going for.
Yeah, that would have run.
But with him not being able to
Can't use that
escape,
yet.
the chances of Loud winning this round plummet.
That's really where the danger was lying with the Blade Storms in his hand. It would have to be insane shots, I think, from some of these Loud players, and sort of squeeze being put onto less. Many players about to meet him.
30 seconds left.
Gambles on the wrong side.
Unbot there, smoke to cover it up here, vulnerable up, but it does not matter, not when you're hitting shots like this. Less is calm with the aim. Enough to rattle two of those shots off. No util into the corner. That's the ult popped off for Chronicle. He's leading the charge, and the rest of his team, he wants another go of it. Time, though. Running short to get themselves onto the side and get that plant down.
Chronicle took that fight on 15 HP.
Yeah,
If Kawanzin had landed a body shot, he's knocked to his knees.
Post-plant positioning, though, is good for Fnatic. Chronicle tucked towards into B main control. Oh, angle being spammed. South foot back inside of this one. Semi-clear, they don't really know how to really approach it here. Loud, good nade to clear it out, but here's Chronicle. Definitely, yeah. Strikes from behind, syncs it up with the rest of his team. And Fnatic taking the lead now in the second half.
This Fnatic team is so dangerous. At any point, any one of their players can just turn up and win them around. The danger of having a super team, a genuine super team. Loud, though, with their economy back in their grasp, lockdown on both sides. Aspas at the top of the scoreboard, I think, has got to be a difference maker. They've been using the drone to set him up on B main. Fnatic have not usually been playing there. This time, everyone's in tiles.
Get out of my way.
Tara to try and take a bit of earlier contact here. I believe a lineup being spotted. In fact, even the dart on top of this. Not enough damage being done, though.
Durka got caught, scaling up mid, activated the alarm bot, and Les was good for it. They were trying to get a set play where the Jet is kind of entering through market, but there was nobody to try and help. Durka was taking that space based on everyone being funneled towards the distraction in B main. And Les kept the awareness to be able to deal with it. So without the entry player now, this really limits your opportunities. You have to split through mid.
Shadows traveling.
Sadak, all eyes on him. Currently at the bottom of the scoreboard here. He's got his the util to try and slow them down. He does that, at least. Knife was good, wasn't broken. Not a flood attempt in, 2 years. Dropping down here. Fnatic encroaching slowly, surely, but yeah, I mean, being picked apart here still. Oh, line him up! And Chronicle, almost with the three-piece. Shut down in the end. Pop flash round the corner. Has to be respect being shown.
30
Battling
seconds
through. Drop down to the corner. These angles are impeccable by Fnatic. Covers in dropping down, though, still with the Odin. Anticipating the re-peek. Plenty of bullets left standing, yet how does Leo hit it? Brought it to the 1v1. So much damage done yet. And is he going to expect this? Less. Not on the heels, but straight from the flank. This is so unusual. No way. It's being watched for Less. Only needed the one, and he hits it. 9-9.
Loud had the read on what was happening there. It was almost an incredible play by Chronicle. It already was incredible, being able to line two of them up from that position at Jenny. And they got into the site with Boaster's smoke, which blooms and offers them opportunities. But less opens, less closes. Thanks to the damage that Kawanzin had already done. Every one of these rounds is coming down to a tiny margin. Somebody making a huge play. A tiny mistake on the other side. Quality VALORANT that we're spotting here. Going into the next, Sadak has a judge online towards A main. Fnatic's utility is normally good enough to push players out of these spots. We'll see what Sadak's plan is.
Not too sure.
Deliberately makes a footstep, looking to try and bait out utility early. He wants to make it feel like there's pressure in this situation. 0 points already been used. So now Sadak sneaks back in.
Yep, close. Rip to the corner here, just got to spam wildly into the smoke and pray for a kill as well. It could be on either side, either direction. 2 years. Can't calm down the aim in time, and Dirk's just far too clean with it. Still, TPing up towards the box here. Boaster brought down. Hunter's Fury is a real thorn in their side and more.
What a
Damage being
catch.
done. Beautiful kill onto Durka.
Lockdowns on both sides. Does Alpha decide to use it? He's in position.
Yeah, close to the corner here. So any answer used on either side, just a lockdown to clear out the site.
I mean, both teams have to leave.
They have to respect it.
It's much better for the retakers here.
You know, getting detained here maybe forces the issue ever so slightly, but still L.O.U.D. Now regaining control. They have the front section of the site. Util's being used. Aspas. Already the defuse actually by less. He's just sticking this one all the way through. But still, not enough done, even with the kills flowing.
There's no way Fnatic expect less to be sticking that the whole time. I just don't believe it. Fnatic thought that they'd done enough there to scare the final player off the defuse, I think. Aspas still had both cloud bursts up, by the way, decided not to use them. And the recon dart just gives less all the info.
Yeah.
That Leo is not going to be contesting that. He knows the positioning of the final player towards tree. Amazing decision making. And another round that comes down to a slim margin. You can't separate these two teams here on Ascent. And whether that's going to be the case heading deeper in the map pool, we'll have to wait and see. But this was L.O.U.D's map pick for a reason. And there was a lot of doubt. I was doubting, so were you, so was Bala on the desk. We were thinking, hey, send him to Haven. You've got the best chance there. You look the best. But L.O.U.D have got some serious opportunities to win this map. The unfortunate part for them is that everybody fell in that round for L.O.U.D, apart from Les. And their economy was already on very tenuous footing. These rounds have been won on such tiny, tiny differences that L.O.U.D's economy is now in a very rough spot.
With them taking the lead, and yeah, it's a packed house here at the Shrine. Opening playoff matches, and a banger map to get things started already.
But look at the economy.
It is. It's a bit brutal, isn't it?
Are we really going to see L.O.U.D taking a save round after winning?
Placing swarm grenade.
Certainly looks like it. Such a rarity. Sadak's actually forcing with the judge. But I assume he's going to, you know, use none of his utility and still have 3,300 to buy in the next round. Or 3,200, I suppose. Maybe he's relying on a kill.
Fnatic eager to just not give anything away. Slowly waiting this one out. First few seconds. Lineups in order. Up here.
Placing swarm grenade.
Wonder where that one's going to land. Okay. Taken out.
I've also done the math wrong there, Brent. Sadak, if he loses this round, is only going to have 2,200 credits for the
Maybe
next.
he's just, I mean, he might just be forcing judges from here on out. I don't know.
I think that's his only hope.
Sometimes, you know, you're at the bottom of the scoreboard, you're like, guys, I give up. Using the judge, holding close corners. Nice exchange here. There's a real danger that Fnatic are going to run out of time. Down to just 30 seconds. Yeah, they've really taken their time with this one. Smoke's
30
refreshed
seconds
out
left.
towards tree.
Sadak could be the
Drone
difference
clearing
maker.
close. Sadak is close. Inside the smoke. The bullets. Only a few landing. He's weakened here. There it is! Time to strike! And a pre-fire into the corner has surely done enough. Revealed and deleted. Everything has gone wrong for Fnatic.
Well, I'm never going to doubt the judge force buy ever again, Brent. Sadak knew what he was going for. He was taking a risk there for sure. But Fnatic, their own worst enemies, letting the clock work against them so poorly.
You've got to be cautious when you're up against the weaker buys. You don't want to let anything slip. You don't want to give anything away. You want to try and, you know, poke out and see if a team is stacking or if they're getting up for anything. But yeah, I mean,
big brain,
big brain. That's a little bit too cautious for my liking. But L.O.U.D, and the back's against the wall. The money, and just working with scraps. They have earned their chance and more with that first pick. Setting the pace and the tone now for this.
Things starting to crumble now. Boaster calling a slow round, and then first death in the next. Does not bode well for Fnatic's chances of being able to recover this. They pulled the trophy out of Loud's hands in front of a Brazilian crowd by making the comeback from 11-3 down, denying the reverse sweep. So anything is possible at any point in this match. Never count them out. But L.O.U.D have certainly got an advantage. L.O.U.D have certainly got the best opportunity at being able to close out map 1.
Oh, yeah.
And especially Fnatic continue to have these slow-paced attack rounds. We're down to 45 seconds. They don't control A main.
They're going straight into Aspas again with the operator. Crouch tucked to the corner. Tree control being watched for. Trying to pull them away, but the read, I mean, it's there for them. Here it is. There's got to be a shot landed here for Aspas. Chronicle takes charge of the situation, drop down to his knees. There's no real follow-up here. Seeking as well to try and get him back up, crossing to the side, but 20 seconds left into it. They do return with the fire. It's Fnatic. Still need to get themselves into the site. A lot of damage being done to them, and they are being bogged down. There's 12 seconds remaining, they can't cross in. Fnatic lost the save.
It's done! 2 rounds in a row where Fnatic have run out of time.
It's a 12th round earned here for L.O.U.D. One more will do it.
What a setup from L.O.U.D though on that A side. They have Aspas holding from Dice, a player forwards as well, creating that pressure for whenever Aspas needs to get another bullet in the chamber. Look at Sadak there, how close and aggressive he's playing to put pressure on them and buy time for Aspas to get set back up.
Yeah.
And Kawanzin, when he uses his drone, tags both players. He managed to get Durka and Alpha, stop both of them getting into the site.
Yeah, I mean,
unreal.
Listen, Aspas is the heavy hitter at the top, but we are being treated to some premium sober gameplay on either side, honestly. I've been singing the praises of Leo, but Kawanzin is on one.
And also, Kawanzin's a player that I've seen perform to incredible levels this year, but he's also gone missing for them in some of their most important matches where they lost in Tokyo and where they looked a bit skew-whiff in the game against DRX to open up here at Champions. If Kawanzin's having a great game, the whole system works so much better for L.O.U.D. L.O.U.D 12-9 up on their map pick of Ascent. We talked about it being a little weak for Fnatic, but even the teams at the bottom, even the map, sorry, at the bottom of Fnatic's map pool, they can still beat almost anybody else in the world on them. This is putting them to the test.
We're hoping for a good game, hoping for a challenge to Fnatic. We didn't want an easy coronation, nothing like it. Now they're making them work for it. Enough money to buy though for Fnatic here, all grouped up. Setting their sights over towards B, or the util. Sent flying. Taken out, taken care of. Hunter's Fury close here. Aspas has not been removed, but finally there's an Nana Swamp. Tucked towards the side, he's gonna dodge it, lovely by Alpha. Breaks open and cracks open the side entirely.
Well, a lot of people are looking towards Alpha, making his claim for another MVP kind of run from what he's done in the group stage and what he was able to do at Tokyo. And he's saving them here.
What?
Again, he saves them.
Disgusting shot, almost with a quick scope, but he's done enough in this round.
Surely.
He should have done enough, surely. Kawanzin beams them all down here.
Recon dart back in 3.
28 bullets. There's the dart, smoke in his face, makes it difficult to try and chew through. Everybody dodging towards the side here, nobody being revealed, nobody lit up. Kawanzin really, how does he play this one? Dodge to the side, 16 left in the chamber. Lovely peek by Boaster, so doesn't let Kawanzin get away with too much there. 10-12.
And as L.O.U.D know, the final rounds to put Fnatic away are the most difficult. Nobody knows that more than L.O.U.D. Nobody has been hurt harder by that statement than L.O.U.D. And Alpha comes out with just a disgustingly good round.
That's nasty.
To be able to pull things back within 2. Once more, the L.O.U.D economy is getting squeezed. It feels like they've been winning, they've got that 4 in a row, and yet look at the buy that they're coming in with here to round 23. There's a Blade Storm and 2 hero rifles, but it's not a full rifle round.
Another slow beginning for Fnatic. It's been biting them.
You think back to L.O.U.D's attack side, and sure, some of the rounds were defined within the first 10 or 20 seconds. But if Loud were ended up winning those skirmishes for map control, then they were in a nice spot to win the round overall. Whereas Fnatic are taking a much more slow-paced, diligent approach to how they clear out the map, and it is making the clock a serious factor.
Best thing to lock down into this one, this time showing the respect. It's L.O.U.D here, despite the weaker guns, despite the economy being a bit broken. TPing into the back here, tucked to the corner though, where's the clearance? Lovely paranoia, Kawazine, yep, out towards the open, aspas! Where'd he pull those from?
I think just updrafting over towards the spawn area. He's caught two players trying to get through B.
I mean, this is now more than winnable. This could be it to seal the deal for map number 1, but still.
Alpha's at logs.
Tucked into this position. And Alpha is going to have to be that difference maker. Dash, close to the corner, it's cleared out! Alpha, beautiful shot, Boaster! So he's going to redeem himself here. 2 years though is deep into Boathouse, 2 versus 2. Rifles gain and purchase, paranoia. It's a lovely connection. Cuts away on the sidelines. Leo is left wondering, where are they? Boaster with so much more to do. This is for the map. 7 bullets dropping down, a tap onto it less, seeking to try and force the fight out. It's played to perfection. Boaster is just not losing clutches.
It's incredible the development that this guy has had. You heard him talk to Sadak about it before Champions began. This is a player that nobody wanted to pick up for a team. He had to make his own squad, and now he's there, leader of a super team, developing his own individual play to be able to answer openings like that against Aspas. He closes things out against another monstrous player, outplays less, making the clock his best friend.
Oh, here we go.
And we're into the final round.
The barriers are already down. Paranoia in the face of Aspas though, holding him with the op close to the corner. Fnatic! They're really rushing into this one now, and there's a punish by Kawazine again. Immaculate with a utility.
So similar to the pistol brand, they didn't break the recon.
So much damage done.
Kawazine's one away from getting Hunter's Fury online. They're hard anchoring B though with Aspas here. Fnatic have not really been mixing things up too much. Boaster's leg is spotted.
No punish though. Another tag here from the drone. Putting it into the common angles, and this is going to be chipping away at them. Look at Boaster. Falling to half health.
This is certainly going to be the most difficult round for Fnatic to win.
Spanner in the works, isn't it?
No major ultimates to work with. No jet to entry and break crosshair placement. Players chip down weak. Loud still at full strength.
And they're set up for even more than that. Another pick going their way. Boaster falling. Just that one round that they need, and L.O.U.D getting ever closer now. Nade.
30 seconds left.
Drop down, spotting him away. Hunter's Fury, it's all just being combined. Straight to the edge here. Don't believe it's stretching far enough. Yep, being avoided steadily, but 20 seconds remaining here for Fnatic. They got to get a move on here. Now Flash is magnificent. Leo with the most to do, but this is it. It's curtains for map 1. L.O.U.D fully in control, not a chance in hell. Spike in nowhere, man.
I have the spike.
And L.O.U.D know it, they can feel it. A fantastic beginning to the series.
Awesome start for L.O.U.D on Ascent. They really look like they're back on this map, playing their comfort roles, playing the composition that they were the best in the world at. And up next, Loaders and Split, 2 maps where they won in the lock-in finals. Of course, this one, though, flipped on its head. Anyone's game from here, but they've shown that Fnatic can bleed.
Absolutely. I'm so glad we got ourselves a barn burner, at least looking like it here. That's it for map number 1. We're going to take a short break, but the rest of the series right after this.